Welcome to Ivy Moves. Today we're having a quick headstand practice to warm up the body and prepare it to go upside down. If you haven't seen the tutorial yet, head to my videos. I'll also link it here in the video and in the description below to see the do's, don'ts, the hows of the headstand technique. In here, we're just flowing into this pose. So when you're ready, meet me on your mat. Let's start in a meditative position, closing the eyes, placing the palms of the hands onto the knees. And let's try to start let's arrive into the body, taking a deep breath in and side out. One more time, deep breath in, side out. One last time, the deepest you can take. And loud exhale. Staying with the eyes closed. Let's visualize how we're moving around the mat. Maybe you're in a down dog. Maybe you're stretching in a low lunge. Wherever you are, in your mind's eye, meet me on hands and knees into tabletop position. And in this moment, you know you're going upside down. So interlacing the fingers, making sure that your elbows are stacked under your shoulders. You take a deep breath in and you place the crown of the head onto the ground, guarded by the forearms, the biceps, protected by the strength of your neck and shoulders. From here you see your knees, maybe you lift them off the ground, you see the tops of your feet, the tippy toes reaching for the ground. With another deep breath in, effortlessly you lift one foot and you tuck it really close to your bum. You can feel the chest. You can feel the knee tucking close to your chest. And when you're ready, the other foot effortlessly floats off the ground. You feel the stability of your hips stacked right on top of your shoulders. And the other foot meets the chest and the bum. You're upside down. Ease and peace are flowing through you. And slowly, like pulled by a magnet, your legs extend up. You're floating, weightless, light as a feather. You see the room upside down and you smile because you feel strong and nothing can convince you otherwise. Slowly, you're folding the knees close to the chest, extending tiptoes onto the mat and landing into child pose. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling all the heat you just generated in your mind's eye. A smile finds your lips and you know you're ready for this flow. Opening the eyes up. Hello. Okay, let's start. Let's start with actual physical practice. Let's find ourselves in tabletop and let's start warming up the spine even though we're going upside down. The whole body is engaged. So let's give the whole body some love. Take it as fast or as slow as you need. Maybe you can do some circles with the spine. Maybe you can do some circles with the hip. Let's just get some intuitive movement to get the energy going. When you're ready, you meet me in the center, spreading the fingers super wide like the feet of a duck, and let's start making circles on top of the wrists in one direction. To warm up the wrists, we're gonna bear some weight on them there while we're warming up the body, changing direction, and warming up the core. Now, I don't think that we need a super strong core to be upside down, but it definitely helps with the sense of lightness. So we're going to be warming it up a little bit. And now we're going to start warming up the shoulders, bring them towards the ears and slide them back onto the back. Between 3 and 5 circles like that. Go as slow as you need. Try not to collapse in the lower belly, but tuck it in, and let's change direction, pushing the shoulders forward towards the ears and then back. Ooh, it's already burning. These are the shoulders that are gonna hold you upside down. So make sure you give them some love. Now we're gonna go into protraction and retraction. We're gonna protract, pushing that middle scapula part towards the sky, really rounding like a cat pose, rounding that upper back towards the sky, and then collapsing with belly, with chest, with everything between the shoulders into retraction. And let's do a couple more like that. Here we have a couple of options. You can either lift the knees and start warming up the core, floating the knees, or do it in a plank. Decide the level of difficultness you want. And you can also you can be in a plank but with the knees. The options are endless. And when you're ready, meet me in tabletop. We warmed up the shoulders. Let's give them some space into puppy pose. Sliding the hands forward, melting the chest, forehead or chin onto the ground. Really pressing actively into the palms of the hands, into that space between the thumb and the point finger. Lifting the elbows off the mat. Rotating the inner thighs backwards, engaging the hips, the legs, and walking back to tabletop. From here, extending the right leg behind and really tuck the toes in, and let's start pushing the heel away from us to start stretching the leg and forward. Pushing the heel away from us and forward. Pushing the heel away from us and forward. Finding the center, lifting that right leg into the sky. Left hand mirrors it. And you can stay here or meet them under you for 3, 2, waking up the core, 1, extend, hand finds the mat, leg finds the mat, shake it out. The other side, extending the left leg behind us, pushing the heel away from us and forward, away from us and forward, away from us and forward. Finding the balance, right hand extends forward. You can either stay here, making sure to tuck the lower belly in or meet elbow and knee for 3, 2, and 1. Hand finds the mat, knee finds the mat, lift the knees to float, starting to warm up the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog. Now, down dog is also considered an inversion. So let's really start embodying this energy of being upside down, seeing the world upside down, and feeling brave, feeling comfortable, allowing for all fear to evaporate from our body, pressing the hips towards the sky, the heels of the legs towards the ground. Even if they don't touch the ground, the idea is that we start lengthening this part of the legs because we're gonna need it for the headstand. Perfect. Now right leg towards the sky. And let's pause here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. knee towards the chest. We're still in down dog, and only here we come to plank and we extend back up. Make sure that the hip is facing the ground, so even like your pinky toe is facing the ground and you're not opening up. We're doing that sequence 2 more times, pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee towards the chest, knee towards the nose. One last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know the pull is real on the left leg. Knee towards the nose. Up and finds the ground. Adjust your down dog if needed. And let's get into the left leg towards the sky. You see how my hip is not splayed open but really facing the ground. Pinky toe towards the ground. And we're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee towards the chest. Knee towards the nose. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee towards the chest, towards the nose. One last time, feeling how the upper body is warming up. 3, 2, 1. Feeling the strength and the stability of the core to keep us there. And foot finds the mat. From here, slowly starting to walk towards the front of the mat and just allow yourself to hang heavy. Sigh it all out. Feel the energy of being upside down. Allow the shoulders and the biceps to frame your head the same way they will be framing it in the headstand. Push the sitting bones towards the sky because this is where they're gonna go in just a couple minutes. Perfect. Releasing the hands if you had the elbows hugging. Bend the knees generously. Place the palms on the ground. And let's come back into tabletop. You can either start in a regular tabletop or find the floating tabletop right away and start feeling that balance. From here, we're going to do a sequence that you can still do with the knees on the ground. Lifting the knees off the ground. Kicking with the left leg behind us, left knee, left tricep, and from here you're gonna balance on that right hand, turning towards the left into a small bow to start feeling the balance into the core, coming back to center. And it would look like that if you have both knees on the ground, kick back, kick front, and from here we're just gonna lift a little bit up and make that small bow towards the back of the mat. One more time each side, choose your variation. Really creating the heat into the core, into the shoulders. More than anything, feeling the strength, feeling the awareness, believing in them, knowing that they are taking care of you. One last time. And down dog. Sigh it out. Right leg towards the sky, knee towards the chest, low lunge, hands towards the sky, high lunge. From here we're gonna make it a little bit more dynamic to start stretching the back leg and creating core stability. From high lunge, extending the front leg, hands behind us like a bird, and folding on top of that right leg. Make sure the hip is square down. 2 more times. Extending, really feeling the stretch in that back leg that's gonna push you later into your upside down. One last time. From here, placing the hands onto the mat, either staying here or lifting the toes towards the knee. Balancing onto the heel only. Grounding the foot, grounding both palms. Down dog. Left leg towards the sky, you know where we're going. Low lunge. Arms up. Find your stability, your base. High lunge. Make sure that your legs are like on train tracks, not on tightrope. And from here, extending the front leg, swinging the arms backwards, folding on top of that front leg. 2 more times. Starting to feel the stability, the burn. It's a short but intense and effective class. One last time. Folding on top of that left leg. Fingertips find the ground, staying on the whole foot or lifting the toes towards the knee. Maybe catching your breath here, I certainly am. Smile. Really believe in yourself, in the strength of your body. Grounding that foot, the palms, down dog. From down dog, we're gonna go into dolphin. The options, again, are either you support yourself with the knees, placing the elbows, finding dolphin, or slowly placing both elbows onto the ground for dolphin. We can do that exercise with or without the knees as you wish. Between 3 and 5 times. Let's see how much we have. 1, lift and lower the elbows. 2, 3, these super strong shoulders. 4, that are never gonna give you up. 5, and back to dolphin. Really start embodying the energy of being upside down, sending the shoulders away from the ears, feeling that strength in your upper body that can hold the weight of the world effortlessly. From here, left foot finds the center, right foot goes towards the sky. Feel how the core is holding it there. Switching legs. And center. From here, I'm going to just adjust my elbows. It's very normal that they start like sliding and splaying. Just adjust them. Option, of course, is always to have your hands together, but try to have them grounded for now. It's really very individual for each body. And from here, we're going to start sending the nose or the chin, whatever is more useful for you, towards these thumbs and back. Oh my God, my core and my shoulders. I know that they are ready to go upside down. As soon as we're done with this exercise, 3, 4, and 5. Dolphin. Knees on the ground. Sit onto your heels. Close your eyes. Allow the fire to spread. Allow to light up your confidence, your courage. Find a smile on your face. And let's get ready to get upside down. Now, if you're new to headstand, please go and check the tutorial that explains all the details of the alignment of the pose, of the safety, practice and drill techniques that you can do to feel more confident in this pose, and also the safe ways to fall out of it, because it's gonna be happening even when you get comfortable in this asana. If you have seen all that, let's get started. Measuring the distance between the elbows, with or without blocks, chair, couch, or a wall, whatever you decide that feels comfortable for you. Interlacing the fingers, placing the crown of the head onto the ground, lifting the hips up. Whatever your feet are, try to push the hips on top of the elbows, on top of the shoulders. It's actually also even the elbows. And remember what we saw in this meditation, how light your feet felt when you tuck them closer to your bum and your knees close to your chest, and you're light and you're floating. Now, I like to start learning headstand by opening my knees wide. Start feeling how the legs are separating from your body and you're still very confident in your balance, maybe even extending the legs sideways. I have this beautiful fake fireplace here. I cannot open them wide, but let's imagine I am. And from here, maybe you start lifting them up towards the sky. And here we are.
Sirsasana, headstand. Breathe. Find one point to focus on, a drishti. Focus on your breath. Allow these wiggles of your body, inevitable, to take you places, and find balance in your elbows, pushing the shoulders away from you, from the ears, and now slowly, the same way we came, knees out, knees towards the chest, feet towards the floor, and child's pose. We made it. Breathing all this fire, allowing all the energy to spread across the body, this strength, this confidence that allows us to fly. How crazy is that? We were just upside down. You're standing on your head. How cool is that? If you're starting to feel discomfort in your head or neck, stop here, return to this class when you feel better. If you feel like you have it and you actually feel like you're having it, let's go for round 2, but only if you feel like it's not going to be counterproductive. The headstand is always going to be here for you to come back to, right? So please don't overdo it and get yourself some headache. Okay, so this time, let's try to extend that leg up. So finding our headstand and now sending that leg up towards the sky and just tiny bit allow for the other one to float off the ground. And let's just stay here. This is cool. We just brought one leg up and slowly start sending the other one up. And here we are. Maybe we can change now. Bending the other knee towards the chest. The other one is pointing like somebody is pulling it up towards the sky. And lifting that one up. Now, movement in headstand is a whole other level of balance and core. So if you're not comfortable and you're already super happy, you're this mid bow upside down, please stay there. It's always going to be here for you. Next time you practice and your body feels much braver, much calmer and safer in this pose. And now let's try to find a 90-degree angle with the legs. Slowly start sending them forward, toes towards the floor. That's a lot of core. And very slowly, as slow as you can, landing the toes on the mat. And child's pose. Wow! How cool was that, guys? Woo! Breathe, allow the back of the neck to relax. Breathe into this space. Maybe shake the head from side to side, slowly massaging the forehead. Bring some movement into the neck. And now let's start to cool down. Extending the legs in front of us. Going for a forward fold, hands up. And surrender on top of your legs. Allowing all that vertebrae on the back of our cervical spine to decompress. Tucking the chin towards the chest, creating length, maybe even supporting very gently with the hands, pulling the head away from the scapulas, maybe micro-bending the knees, placing the elbows, the forearms under the knees, and really intentionally pressing with the knees, the hands away from the shoulders, creating this rounding in the back of the neck, the upper back between the shoulders, decompressing everything that was compressed to be upside down, slowly releasing. And before we go into Shavasana, let's take fish pose. On your elbows, your palms are somewhere under your bum, extending the legs, and with the elbows pushing the chest up, allowing the head to hang heavy towards the back without resting the crown, using the muscles to open the chest, everything that we just closed and compressed now as we were opening the back side of the body, reversing it, opening the front side of the body, creating this balance, and slowly release into Shavasana. A very well deserved rest after such a hard work of going upside down. Here guys, this is not an easy pose. It's a big feat for the body to balance on its upward end, right? So take as much time as you need here. I'm so proud of you, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.